Hi, this is Sean here, your RSA approved driving instructor with PassFirstTime.ie, Ireland's online driving school. Check out the website for more tips and advice on passing your driving test. This is part 3 in our series on roundabouts, and we're going to start off with a look at a mini roundabout. This episode is all about lanes and what lane you should be in and how you take lanes on the roundabout. We will take a look at some live shots from the car a little later on. But to start, we will look at these animated versions. A mini roundabout, if you're turning left, it's pretty much the same as any other roundabout, really. You just stay left in the left lane and take your turn. If you're going straight ahead, usually mini roundabouts only really have the one lane in, around and out. So that is the path you would take roughly. And to the right, it's going to be the right hand side for like this is normal in a right turn. Doing your best to avoid the painted white circle in the centre won't always be possible. Let's move on to a small roundabout, 3 exit roundabout in this case. The first exit is pretty much the same, even though it looks a bit unusual. You stay to the left signal and follow that left track right around the roundabout with the left signal continuing to leave. The second exit at a 3 exit roundabout will normally be around to the right, so you treat it as you would a third on a 4 exit roundabout. So it's right lane, right signal, switching to a left signal to leave the roundabout. And if you were to go third exit on a 3 exit roundabout, it would be all the way around the roundabout and taking you back again. So it would be right lane, right signal and a left signal to leave the roundabout. The standard roundabout we'll come back to shortly. Again, in your area, you could have larger roundabouts and you could have spiral roundabouts in cities. Talk to your driving instructor about how you would deal with these. They will often vary. They'll often have traffic lights, etc. So talk to your instructor and make sure you practice any larger or spiral roundabouts in your general area so that you're comfortable with them before your driving test. What we're going to focus on for now is a standard 4 exit roundabout, which is probably the most popular roundabout in Ireland. The first exit off of a standard 4 exit roundabout is yet again a standard left lane with a left signal on approach. If you're going straight ahead, this is the only lane that can vary. If there are no road markings and the second exit is straight ahead, by default it will be the left lane on approach. I'm just going to click it here now. Yes, this should be okay. So you approach on the left lane with no signal. And the important thing here, I'll just pause for a sec, is to stay out in this left lane and make sure you follow this path out around the outside of the roundabout. The common error people make here is they come in the left lane and then they cut across the roundabout. So make sure you're staying out in the left lane, a left signal, and you are leaving to the left. So let's take a look now on when it would be the right lane for going straight ahead. And this would be if the road markings tell you. So if you have an arrow for straight ahead in the right lane, you would also probably have an arrow for turning right. And the left lane has an arrow for turning left only. So if the right lane was blocked and you were still trying to figure out, you didn't know the area, what lane you would move into to go straight ahead. If you see the left lane has a left arrow only, by default then the right lane has to be the lane for going straight ahead. So in this case you would enter in the right lane, no signal on the way in, and once you pass the first exit, signal to the left, and only then should you come off the roundabout. Another common error here, by the way, is when people come in, they straight away head over for the left lane. Avoid doing this. Try and hold your right lane until you have reached the island, probably in the middle of the road, splitting the 2 roads here, and then signal left to leave. So the second exit needs a bit of work and needs a bit of study, and make sure you are clear on which roundabouts in your area. The easiest way on a driving test is to become familiar with which roads have the right or left lane for that second exit. If you are taking the third exit around to the right, you enter on the right lane with a right signal, holding that right lane all the way right round until your shoulder roughly gets opposite this island, and then you signal left and come off to the left hand side of the road you're turning into. If you were to take the fourth exit, by default on a standard 4 exit roundabout, it's all the way around and signalling left again to leave the roundabout and come off. So hopefully that is clear. Just a quick recap on a standard, and this is a standard 4 exit roundabout we're dealing with now, bear that in mind. First exit, left lane. Second exit is left lane unless road markings show you otherwise. Third exit around to the right. Fourth exit all the way around the roundabout. Bear in mind that this can vary and roundabouts in your area may vary slightly, so become familiar with the roundabouts. With that in mind, let's get out on the road now and see some live examples of these lanes. Let's take a look at lanes, and we're going to take the first exit. So first exit will always be the left lane with a left signal. You can see the arrows in the ground telling me that this lane is for straight on and for turning left, hopefully. Nice small roundabout, so keeping the lane and the smaller roundabout is very important. There might as well be a wall in between yourself and the cars on your right hand side here. Make sure you stay left, particularly at the top. If you're looking to the right, you might be inclined to move out towards the right, but make sure you hold your lane. Second exit is the exit we want to take off the roundabout we're approaching this time, and there are no road markings. Second exit is straight ahead, so it will be the left lane on approach, and you'll stay left all the way around. So I'm staying in the left lane, and it's very important then that you move out around the outside of the roundabout, keeping this left lane. There will often be no lines or anything like that, so you must make an imaginary left lane all the way around the roundabout just to ensure you keep your correct position. And beware that sometimes people approaching from your left hand side may think you're turning left when you start to take that lane. Next roundabout we intend to take the second exit, but on approach here you'll see right hand lane is for straight ahead and turning right, left hand lane is for turning left only. So be careful if you don't know the roundabouts in advance. You don't know, in other words, that it is the right hand lane. Look for the arrows on the ground to make sure you're taking the correct lane for straight ahead. It is pretty much the only lane that can vary, but be careful of that second exit, that you're in the correct lane for where you want to go. This roundabout we want to take the third exit, roundabout ahead. Third exit is around to the right, so you check your centre and right mirror and stay to the right hand lane and approach as you're signalling. Some of the roundabouts can get narrow at the mouth of the roundabout, so ensure that you stay over to the right in your lane, and as you go into the roundabout you stay to the right lane, coming round until you're passing the island on your left before your exit. Then you check your mirrors and signal and come off the roundabout. Fourth exit at the next roundabout. So on a 4 exit roundabout, standard roundabout, the fourth exit is all the way around the roundabout back the way you came. So you're in the right lane with a right signal, staying right on approach. When your roundabout is clear, you can roll in, and you're going to hold this right lane then all the way around the roundabout using your windscreen and your right hand door window, and then a mirror and signal to the left. And so you've got a very good idea there on the live video of how you should approach the lanes at a roundabout. Let's take a look now at some of the most common mistakes people make approaching roundabouts and using lanes on roundabouts. Number one, be very aware that as you reach the mouth of the roundabout, very often the road will narrow and you will just have maybe just about enough room for 2 lanes. So keeping in your lane is very important. Particularly if you're glancing to the right on approach, it can be very easy to lose track of your lane and move slightly over to the right or to the left, as the case may be, depending on where you're going. If you're coming in here and you're going around to the right, it's very easy to drift over into the left lane. So as you approach the roundabout, make sure that you stay within your lane. The next area is that you hold your lane going round the roundabout. So if you're taking the second exit, ensure that you stay in the left lane all the way around until you're leaving the roundabout. If you enter in the left lane, stay in the left lane. The rule is that you should ideally stay in whatever lane you enter the roundabout in until you are leaving the roundabout on a standard 4 exit roundabout. So if you're taking the third exit around to the right, you stay to the right hand lane until you're past the exit before the one you're going to take, and then you signal left and you leave. So ensure that you are keeping the correct lane for wherever you happen to be going. So hopefully that has been helpful and you will have a better knowledge of lanes. Check out the various roundabouts on the driving test routes in your area, just in case they are a little different. And your driving instructors will know all about this, and they will, I'm sure, give you lots of tips on the lanes as well. That's it for this video. If you want more info, tips and advice on the driving test, check out our website PassFirstTime.ie and download our free Driving Test Secrets mini course on the website. I leave a link to that in the description below as well. If you find the videos helpful, please like and subscribe. Thanks to everybody who has subscribed over the last couple of weeks. It is much appreciated. Like and subscribe if you have got value from this video. We'll be back with another video very shortly. If you're doing your test, the very best of luck with it. And if you are driving, drive safely.